Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Spirit Realm Network. I am filling in for Rachel today. Thank you guys so much for being here and allowing me to be in this space with you all. And thank you for letting me fill in for Rachel. Hopefully she feels better very soon. But tonight is going to be another episode of Live from the Other Side with me, your host, Brooke Ashly, evidential medium. You can usually catch me here every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, okay? Thank you guys for being in here. Make sure that you are putting comments in the comment section so that I can make sure that I see every single one of you, all your wonderful faces. Thank you for pouring into this space, and thank you for being here. Tonight, I am going to go spirit-led. I am an evidential medium. That means I connect to your loved ones on the other side who have crossed over through evidence and information you should be able to understand about your loved ones, okay? When I am working, how does that work, right? What is going to happen tonight? So as I'm bringing through information, you're going to be listening very intently, okay? And if I stop and I say, who can understand this information? And you understand 100% of everything that I am saying for your loved one, what you are going to do is put in the chat, you are going to say to me 100%. So you will just put 100 in the comments. And I would really like for you guys to understand 98 to 100% of every single thing that I am saying. 98 to 100% means if you can take 98, that would be you can take everything except for two small little kind of more insignificant things you're not sure of or don't really resonate. 99 is you can take everything except for one little piece, nothing big, something kind of small that you're not sure of or doesn't resonate. And 100% would mean I understand every single thing you're saying, Brooke, for my loved one on the other side. And that is how I will know that I would be with you. Okay, so make sure that you keep those comments coming if you do understand it. So 98 to 100% is what I need you to be able to understand. Okay, so with that said, I also ask for you guys to not feed me any information. So what does that mean? Don't put any identifying information in the comments, okay? I am an evidential medium, and that means I really want to work with the spirit world. And it throws me out of my link when people start telling me all of this stuff that I didn't bring forward first. It puts me in my analytical mind, and then it's harder for me to bring it forward to you. Not only that, how much more beautiful is it if you didn't tell me extra information I didn't give you, and then your loved one brings it to me and I bring it to you? It's always much better if your loved one is the one who is bringing forward the information for you. So really, you just got to tell me 98, 99, or 100%. If you're only understanding 92%, 80%, 70, 60, 50%, you do not need to put that in the comments. You can leave the comments blank. And what that is a postcard. What that means is you understand most of the, like a good portion of the information, but you don't understand every single thing that I'm saying. What that means is just your loved one is giving you a hug and a kiss from the other side. They know that you're in this space with me. They know that my time is limited, and they want to make sure that you get a nugget that you could take with you tonight to know that your loved one was truly popping in to say hello in some aspect. So if you understand a few pieces, just know that's not an accident. And that really is your loved one coming through to say, hi, I love you, I'm here, and a big hug and kiss. Okay, so you won't put in the comments anything less than 98 to 100. You will just take that as your beautiful, amazing postcard from the spirit world. What also can happen is that we have piggybacks. Piggybacks mean more than one person can understand the information. Every single thing that's being said. So piggyback is like the spirit world gets together and they go, ooh, let's go to the front of the front of the line here to talk to Brooke, because your name is Lucy. I'm Lucy. You were a nurse. So was I. You had 3 kids. So did I. Oh, 3 boys. Me too. You know, your mother's name was Mary. So was mine. And they will team up and come to the front of the line because they know my time is limited and they can get out 2 messages to loved ones tonight instead of one person getting a message. So sometimes people on the other side who know they have very large similarities will cut to the front of the line so that 2 people get messages instead of 1. So that is called a piggyback. Know that that is real and that is your loved one, okay? They are truly here with you tonight, okay? So just remember all of that I've said tonight, okay? So with that being said, I just want to welcome you all here tonight. Make sure you put a heart in the comment. Let me know that you are here. You are ready to receive messages because I am so ready to give them tonight. and we will get started. Okay. Remember that 90 to 100%. Okay. In that comment section, we're going to get started. I have a woman stepping forward. She tells me she would have passed away from COPD or lung related issues. I really am having quite the trouble breathing. I hear the name Kathy or Kathleen connected to her. Kathy, Kathleen. So this is going to be a name that's either hers or connected very closely to her. So I do feel like she would have passed away maybe in her 70s, 60s. She wasn't super elderly, but she wasn't very super young. And she's showing me hydrangea bushes to be very significant. She loves the hydrangea bush, and I know she would have kept some of this on her property as well. She's smelling the hydrangea bush. I love the hydrangea bush, she says. So is there anybody here who can understand 100% of what I am saying? Okay. If I lean in, it's just because the Restream chat has fuzzy names. They're very fuzzy, okay? So it looks like Ginny, you can understand 100% of what I am saying. Okay, wonderful. Okay, so Ginny, stick with me. You understand the hydrangea bushes as well? You understand the name Kathy or Kathleen, Jenny? My mom's name is Kathy, died of COPD. Okay, thank you, honey. I do believe that I might be with you. And then it looks like, I'm sorry if I'm leaning in. These are very fuzzy names. I wonder if there's a way we can fix that so that the names aren't blurred for me. This looks like Cash, 100%. Okay, and Kathy. Okay, so it looks like maybe Cash and Ginny. Okay, so Ginny, stick with me. Cash, keep listening. The hydrangea bushes look to be a blue purple. Ginny, you would understand her hydrangea bushes to be like a blue purple. It's kind of like a mix, but it's more on the blue side. Very, very pretty. And she's talking about that. I also feel like she wants to acknowledge the fact that this hydrangea bush would be planted in her memory as well. So somebody else also has the hydrangea bush in her memory. So let me know if you understand that. Oh, thank you so much, Michelle, for your wonderful, beautiful comments. You guys are so wonderful. Ginny, let me know if you understand. And I believe it was Cash. Let me know if you understand that as well. Oh, okay. Okay. And if you are not on the Spirit Realm Network right now, I cannot see your comments. So in order for me to be able to see your comments, you are going to have to go to the Facebook page. You're going to have to type in the Spirit Realm Network. And then you're going to have to come on over to the Spirit Realm Network Facebook page and click that live button. I'll be able to see you. Okay. Okay. So it looks like my sister has the blue hydrangea from my mom's funeral. Okay. Perfect, Ginny. Thank you for acknowledging that. Okay. Ginny, I really do think I'm with you here, honey. So stick with me. I feel like your mom talks about the fact that she was towards the end bummed about not being able to move around or do as much as she would have liked to do, because I know that before the COPD happened, I know that she would have been someone who really liked to do things. I feel like she was personable. She liked to be out and about. And I feel like as the COPD kind of crept up on her, it was really frustrating for her. I know that like she tried to keep a positive attitude, but it was very frustrating for her. You understand that, sweetheart? Oh, thank you guys so much for being here. You guys are amazing. Love you all. Okay. Ginny, let me know if you understand that information, sweetheart. All right. Okay. Stick with me, guys. You never know who's going to come through today, okay? She had COPD for years. She was homebound. Okay. But you understand before that she would have been very personable, like to be out and about, like to do things. I feel like she would be on the go. She wouldn't like to be stuck in the house. She also keeps showing me this house dress that has like these flowers on it that people would remember of her. And then she keeps showing me also this connection to a quilt or a blanket that would be connected to her that would still be kept. I feel like Ginny, you should have it or your sister has it, but she's talking to me about quilts of significance. And then she also keeps showing me this like house dress or a muumuu style dress with these flowers on it. Oh, thank you for being here, Lily. Oh, thank you so much for allowing me to fill in. I'm having a great time. I am filling in for the wonderful Rachel, you guys. Make sure you catch her on Wednesdays. She is feeling a little under the weather today. So I am just hopping in. Okay. Let me know if you understand that, Ginny. Okay, let's see here. She's talking to me also about the fact that she's sorry she got a little bit loopy towards the end because she's making me feel like she wants to hold on to everything, and I feel a little bit of hoarder status coming on. I feel like she is, those catalogs that you can order stuff out of, and it's just like not stuff really anybody really needs. It just takes up a lot of space. And do you understand that, Ginny? I don't know about a muumuu, but we do have several knitted quilts. Okay. I don't know what this is, but it looks like this kind of flowy, and it's got flowers on it, is what she's showing me, Ginny. Okay. There's something about these magazines or catalogs where I like don't need the stuff in it. I really don't, but boy, am I like picking up a lot of random stuff. Okay. Would you understand this for somebody on the other side with her, Ginny? Somebody who would be on the other side with her that would be wanting to peek through and say hello as well to you. I do also feel like your mom has some apologies to make towards the end. Would you understand there being a lot of like stubbornness or a lot of difficulty with her? Okay. So I'm worrying that I might not be with you, Ginny. So I'm going to go through this information again. Okay. So I have a woman, COPD, lung issues. So she's really having trouble breathing. She said Kathy or Kathleen is connected to her. She's in her 60s or 70s when she passes away. She's talking to me about the hydrangea bushes being extremely important, and that somebody would also have the hydrangea bush in honor or of memory of her. She's talking to me about like getting trinkets and junk out of like these catalogs that she doesn't need. She's showing me a muumuu with flowers on this muumuu, and she's telling me that, let's see here, she's before she had her COPD, she would have loved to be out and about, and the COPD would have really been frustrating for her to be stuck in the house. And she also has some apologies to make for how stubborn she got towards the very end. Does anybody else understand everything that I am saying? Everything that I am saying, including the name, the like reason for passing, the age, the hydrangea bush, the dress or the house dress or a muumuu, this catalog she used to order out of, and then this frustration with her COPD towards the end that would have made her a little frustrated. Okay, so Candace, you understand 100%. How do you understand the name Kathy or Kathleen? And for anybody new coming in, you need to understand 98 to 100%, but I really like it for it to be 100%. Okay. And once I start getting like a no, 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 I start to feel in my soul with my connection that I might be with the wrong person. So I usually will go over the information again because I want to make sure that I am not giving the message to the wrong person. It's very important to me. Okay. Everything except Kathy. Do you know what Kathleen connected to her? Candace, let me know how you understand the name as well, because I saw you saying 100%, Candace. So I just need to know that you truly can take 100%, because it does look like some people were saying 98%, everything but the name, things of that nature. Oh, thank you so much. That is so sweet of you to say, Shannon. If I'm tipped to the side, I just can't see the names in the chat. I'm so sorry. They're blurry for some reason. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yes, it's very important for me to make sure that I am with the right person, and with the training that I've been through. I know when I'm starting to feel that. So I just want to see, Candace, where did you go, honey? Where did you go? I really want to make sure. And the longer we do this, the less time I have for more messages. So it's really important that people are in the chats kind of responding when you can. Okay. Her sister-in-law. Okay, so my aunt's name is Judy. Her sister-in-law is Kathy. They are both passed. My aunt had COPD and dementia, and she owned a flower shop. Okay, you understand someone who would have had that, because you said 100%. So you understand that someone would have the hydrangea in her memory, that hydrangeas were her favorite. You would understand the dress that she's talking about with the flowers on it, or the moo with the flowers on it. You would understand the magazine. You would understand the shopping out of the magazine or the catalogs for stuff she doesn't really need. Do you understand that? Ginny, it doesn't mean it's not your mom popping through as well, sweetheart. So like I said in the beginning, this could be a very big postcard for you. I just want to make sure that I'm not giving the message to the wrong person, because it doesn't do a justice to the spirit world, okay? It doesn't mean it wasn't your mom standing there as well, but as the information starts to split and you're like, no, 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 I know that there's something going on here where it could have been a piggyback at first, but there's another person stepping forward, okay? Do you understand, Lily? Do you understand the name Kathy with her? Oh, you guys. Okay. So I'm just going to give the message, okay? Let's see here. What is the message? Because my connection is starting to wane a little bit doing this back and forth for so long. Okay. All right. So let's see here. She is talking to me about being stubborn towards the end of her life. She is telling me that she's really sorry if she was a little bit complicated and difficult. She is making me feel like towards the very end, she is having to, I feel like she's either intubated or really having to have something kind of breathe for her towards the very end. And she's talking to me about the fact that she may have been incoherent at the end, but she did hear the messages that were given to her before she passed away, because she's telling me that somebody held her hand and was telling her that they should come visit in their dreams. She's like, make sure you come visit me in my dreams. You need to visit me in my dreams. So it's this love between the two people as she is incapacitated. Someone is telling her that, number one, they trust that she's going to come visit them and how they can come and visit. So it's this, I heard you. I need you to know that I was listening. This is very important, okay? Because she doesn't want that last moment to go unacknowledged, okay? Okay. So I'm going to leave that message because I feel like I'm not going to get with the way that we're going in the chat. I am not, it's a lot of back and forth. Okay, so I'm going to leave that message. All right, I'm going to tap into the next person, and I'm going to leave anybody who needs that message with this Kathy, beautiful Kathy woman. I'm going to leave that message with you. Okay. 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 All right. So I'm going to go through the rules again real quick, guys. You need to be able to take 90 to 100% of every single thing that I am saying, okay? So what happens is if you come in halfway through the reading and you just say, I understand this, or well, her name was Kathy, but you don't tell me anything else. You don't say, I understand 100%. Then we're picking out of the comments. So I just want to make sure that everybody knows all I really need from you is 98, 99, or 100%. And then if I need to ask you what you do not understand, then you could let me know. If I'm asking a question as I'm in the middle of a reading, believing that I have linked into someone specific and you don't understand, you can tell me no. And we will move from there. But when people come in like halfway through the reading, 3/4 of the way through the reading, just telling me little bits and pieces about that particular reading, what ends up happening is now I'm trying to figure out 5 or 6 people exactly what it is that they can understand. So let's try to stick with the 98 to 100%. If you don't understand all of it, that's okay. Just take it as a postcard. And we will move into those readings, okay? All right, so we are going to move on to this beautiful next connection, okay? I have a boy stepping forward. He says the 19 is the number I'm getting. So he was either 19 years old, or this is gonna be like January 9th or the 19th, okay? He's telling me he would have passed away tragically and unexpectedly. He's telling me that he would have a sister as well. And this sister keeps his favorite shirt. It's black in color. I do feel like he's talking to me about the fact that this would have been an accident is what he calls this. He feels like this is an accident is what he tells me. Tragic, unexpected. So who understands all of this information so far? Boy gives me the number of 19 is significant. He he's definitely in his teens. I feel like he's in his teens, maybe his early 20s, but that's pushing it. He's talking about tragic, unexpected passing. It was an accident. His sister has his black shirt, his favorite black shirt. Does anybody understand this? Let me know 98, 99, or 100% of this information. $98, $99, or 100% of this information. Okay, wonderful. So Mona, you understand 100% of this information, sweetie? Okay, so Mona understands 100%. How do you understand the 19, sweetheart? Because I do feel like he's maybe around the age of 19 years old. If it's not that, it would be like the 19th or January 9th. Just let me know how you understand that. And I know that the sister has the black shirt. He could possibly have more than one sister, but he is telling me that the sister has the black shirt. He was 19. Okay, Mona, I do believe I'm with you. You understand the sister? He says, my sister has my black shirt, my favorite black shirt. Okay. I do feel like he talked about it's almost like the stupidity of being young is what he says. It's like, Brooke, it's kind of like the stupidity of being young sometimes is this idea of what would have spurred on or caused his passing. I feel like it's bad decisions and being young and mindless. And this is kind of what is going on with his passing. Yes to the shirt. Yes, he has a sister. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. Yes, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. So he's coming through and he wants to make sure that everybody knows that he's safe and at peace on the other side. He's okay. Would you understand him to be like have ADHD or be on the spectrum? Like if people were to like test him now, he would have been on the spectrum, just very low end of the spectrum, or like high functioning, like on the spectrum, or serious ADHD. Because he's literally talking to me about the telepathy tapes. He is talking to me about the telepathy tapes. I don't know if you know what the telepathy tapes are. He is talking to me about that. Okay, so we have a new person coming in. Jenna, you understand 100% of everything that I've said. So you understand the 19-year-old boy, you understand the tragic passing. It was like childhood or teenage stupidity that would have been around this accident. He tells me he has a sister who has his black shirt. He's talking to me about ADHD or being high functioning on the spectrum, and he talks to me about the telepathy tapes. You have to be able to take all of that. Okay. Would you understand, Mona, that for there to be a child in the family who would be on the spectrum that he would want to acknowledge? Okay, so then I believe I am with Mona then because he's telling me I feel like this boy is 19. I definitely feel like the 19 came in very fast and very strong. Okay. 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 I also feel like the month of January is really significant. He keeps saying January. January is significant for the anniversary or the birthday. So just let me know, Mona, if you understand that, okay? I can understand that. Someone in the family. Okay, so it's somebody in the family that is on the spectrum that he wants to talk about. Okay, thank you for that. I'm like, why is he talking about the telepathy tapes? Why am I being brought to like someone on the spectrum or someone who like struggles with that sort of thing a little bit? He could be talking about that. I'm going to go back to that in a second. Just let me know if you understand the month of January being significant for the birthday anniversary as well. Okay. 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 Okay, that's okay. Just keep it in your back pocket. He's talking to me about January. So we will keep moving forward. He's talking to me. I want to talk about this child in the family. I feel like he talks about being surrounding in this space, like supporting and surrounding in this space, because I feel like there needs to be like, um, what do you call it, IEP put in place, or there's something about the idea of how can we support this kiddo the best that we can with maybe some of the learning curve issues that this kiddo would have. So it's about being supportive of the family or being with the kiddo, and also a little bit about the fact that this kiddo is like very psychic. There's something about like being able to like kind of communicate in that way, is very open to the spirit world. Okay. So he's talking about that as well. He is making me feel like there would have been, he keeps talking about the candlelight vigil for him. I do feel like someone would have left candles maybe around this. It looks like outside, it's like around the place of his passing is what it feels like. Feels like wherever he was when he passed. I don't feel like he's home. I feel like he's somewhere out. And he's talking about the candles that are lit, the candles for him that are lit. And he's like, thank you. That was really, really beautiful. I also keep hearing music in the background. So I know that there's somebody who he is very close to, if it's not him, highly connected to like playing the guitar, writing music, creating music. And he wants to say that that was really beautiful. Okay. And Mona, that makes complete sense about the child. Okay, wonderful. Thank you for validating that. Hi, Brooke. Welcome in. Okay, wonderful. Okay. Okay. All right. He wants everybody to know that even though he's like, I'm so sorry about the way it passed away, because he's talking to me about the fact that he's like, it's a little embarrassing, or it was little, it could have been avoided, is what it feels like. It really could have been avoided. And so he's very, very adamant about making sure that people know that he's very sorry about what happened and the way that he passed away. Because he's talking about it could have been avoided. He's also talking to me about his mother having like this like jersey looking, it looks like it's got a number on the back of it. There's a number on the back of this like jersey or something of that nature. So I feel like this has to do with sports. And I feel like someone would keep a sports style jersey in memory of him. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you, Kelly, for being here. Appreciate you. Music was big. And yes, there was a celebration. Okay. The candles are important, though, for some reason. Okay. Welcome in, everybody. You're not too late. I've still got a lot to go here, a lot to go. The avoidance of the incident makes sense. Okay. So I feel like he just wants to talk about that, talk about it literally, he's like, my mom has he's literally saying that his mom has a shrine for him. It literally looks like a shrine. And he's like, I love my shrine. And then he's like poking at his sister, going like, I'm the favorite. I'm the favorite. Look at my shrine. So he's like teasing sister, you know, but it's just the way that they were together. I know how much she misses him. I know that he's talking to me about the fact that he really loved and adored his sister. And they had this really cool, fun kind of razzing sort of bond together where she is very lost, but very strong. She feels very lost over his passing, but she is very strong. And she's kind of the type of person that I feel tries to keep it all together so that nobody else falls apart. Okay. So he's like, I'm supporting her as she moves through this grief. I'm supporting her as she's moving through trying to navigate what it means to be there for herself in her grief, but also what it means for her to be there for other people in their grief and how to balance that. Okay. So he's talking about that as well. All right. So I am going to leave you with his love. He just wants everybody to know he's safe and at peace on the other side. Truly and honestly is safe and at peace on the other side. And he keeps talking about rain, like it's pouring down rain. So there is this significance to the memory of him around his passing with this like torrential downpour. And he's talking about knowing that happened. This, I just keep seeing it in my mind's eye. So there's something going on with that as well that he wanted to acknowledge. Okay. So I'm going to leave you with this love, and thank you so much for letting me read for you. I appreciate it. And he is safe and at peace. Okay. That makes complete sense for his sister. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. So, okay. I have a dad here. I hear the name Jim or James connected to him. I do feel like he's talking to me about passing away before his time. I do feel like this is cancer. I feel like there's a cancer diagnosis here, because he talks about not looking the same towards the end as he normally looked. So I have a dad here, Jim James, passed away from cancer. He doesn't look the same towards the end because I do feel like he would have lost weight. I feel like he would have been starting to look a little bit different in the face too. And he's like, it was really hard for people to see me like that because I was a man's man and I was a jack of all trades. I was the guy, Brooke. I was the guy. So he's like talking about that. Um, okay. I feel like this is like a pancreatic or prostate style cancer because I feel like the letter P with the cancer. Does anybody understand this man so far? Male, he's a dad, connected to the name Jame or Jim, somehow passed away before his time, talking about pancreatic or prostate cancer. He's talking about looking very different in the end, which was hard for people to see because he was a guy. He was the guy, and he was strong, and he could do all things. He was a jack of all trades. So to see him kind of decline this way was not only hard for everybody else, but it was also really hard for him. But he keeps talking about giving him his dignity towards the end. I feel like he's talking about people trying to make it so that he did not feel like an invalid is the word he's using. Okay. Okay. 100%. Jesse, you understand that? Okay. 100%. Okay. All right. Jesse, just so I'm aware, is this pancreatic or prostate? Because he uses the P letter. It's like the P cancer for the male, the P cancer. I'm like, what is it? It's driving me nuts. Oh my God. I literally wrote down the name Jerry. I was going to say, who's Jerry with him? Who's Jerry with him? That's crazy. That was going to be the next thing I asked was, who's Jerry? That's crazy. Okay. We'll see where we're going now. Okay. Okay. It was pancreatic, Jess. Okay. 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 So let's keep moving through. Okay. I do feel like he is talking to me. This is really wild because he's talking to me about being like a business guy who could sell ice to an Eskimo. So he feels very entrepreneurial. So I feel like whatever he was doing in his job, he was creating ideas. He was the one that was like putting the ideas forward, creating, making it happen, making it happen. It feels very entrepreneurial. He feels like a businessman who knows how to do it for himself, you know? He doesn't need to work for the man is what it feels like. Okay. Oh, thank you, Jamie. That is so sweet. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see here. Jess, let me know if you understand that. And then is it Cody? Is it, sorry if I get close, Cody? You understood a lot of this as well. Yes, for me, I can't see comments. Okay, that's okay if you can't see comments. Just respond to what I'm saying if you can hear me. Okay, Jess, just make sure you're just responding to me. So yes, you understand all of that. Okay. So he was like an entrepreneurial business type guy, right? He literally keeps showing me Miami. So there's something about like Miami or something about like some joke about looking like Miami Vice, something of that nature. Because he literally shows me Miami and the Miami Vice like rolled up suits. I'm like, get over yourself. But there's something about this idea with this. Okay. Okay. Keep listening, Cody, if you understand it 99%. Okay. Okay. So let me know, Jess, if you understand why he would be bringing up, like showing me Miami Vice or bringing up Miami. Thank you for being in here today. I appreciate you so much. Okay, I think there was a B-Rad joke from that with him and my husband. Oh, really? Okay. Okay, interesting. So like an inside joke. It kind of felt like that because he was chuckling when he showed. I'm like, why are you showing me that? And I don't know who B-Rad is because I never watched Miami Vice, but I know what they look like. Okay. I know what they look like. He is talking to me about a young girl that would have been left behind that he didn't get a chance to know the way he wanted to. And he shows me the number 3 being significant with her. A young girl he didn't get a chance to know the way he wanted to, and the number 3 is significant with her. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. my God, massive. There are two. Okay, you understand that? So he's talking about that. And he wants to talk about the fact that even though he's not there in the physical world, he is there in the spirit world, and that he's not missing anything. He promises he won't. And it makes me feel like he promised he wouldn't miss anything. There's something about him before he passes away making some comment about the fact that he's going to stick around and he's not going to miss anything. He promises he'll be around. And he's like, and I'm not missing anything. Okay. This is just really important. Okay. It's really important. Okay. I see the diamond as well. So I feel like there is something with his, either in a diamond that would have been left behind to the family member, you possibly really, with the diamond that had to do with him, belongs to him, or this is the month of April being significant for a birthday. Yes, that's kind of what's always been a sensitive spot for me. Okay, Jess, you understand that kind of in okay with the girls and the okay. Okay. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. Tonight on Spirit Realm Network, I am filling in for the wonderful Rachel. She is sick tonight. So thank you for being here and enjoying this space with me tonight on the Spirit Realm Network. Okay, I have a piece of jewelry that is his. Okay, you understand that? Don't worry, Cody, that is a postcard. That means that is absolutely 100% your loved one coming through to say hello, okay? They're just letting Jesse's person talk today, okay? Give the message as a whole. Doesn't mean it's not your person coming through to say hello as well. Standing next to Jesse's person. Thank you guys for being here. Welcome in, everybody. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Who is Brad? Because he just said Brad, and I know that you said earlier something about a joke with B Rad connected to like Miami Vice, which I don't understand because I never watched Miami Vice. But he's going, no, talk about Brad. Seriously, though, talk about Brad. I'm like, okay, who's Brad? We need to talk about that. And I also feel like it's support for you and support in this space with Brad as well. But it's also like, I feel like you're pulling your hair out. I feel like you're pulling your hair out. Oh my God, that's your husband's name. Okay. I feel like you've been so stressed lately. And I feel like it's like, you guys don't know how to like, he's like, it's like, they don't know how to like help each other. They're just like, yeah, because they're like, I don't know how to help you. I don't know how to help you. I don't know how to help you. So he's talking about that. And he's telling me that like, look, man, like it was like that for him as well, Jess. So would you understand that him and his wife would have fought like cats and dogs, or there would have been this situation and scenario where he's like, I don't even know what to do. I don't know what you want from me. Because he's saying like, I get it. Oh gosh. They had just broken up before he was diagnosed. Okay, so you understand this, like this butting heads, not getting along, this like, I don't know what to do anymore sort of thing. So he's like, look, I get it when things get stressful. I get it when things get crazy. I get it when, you know, it's like we're not seeing eye to eye on everything. So he's just kind of like leaning support. Okay. We're not like that though. Just parent things. Right. I don't feel like it's severe the way like his was, but he's just like, I get it when it's like we're all stressed out. We want to help each other, but we don't know how. You know what I mean? So he's just giving a lot of support, just like, oh man, life, you know? I want to talk really quickly about a business endeavor that went down the tubes with him. Would you understand a failing business, or he wants to talk about the failing business or this business that like went down the tubes, was not realized or went down the tubes. Oh goodness. Oh gosh. I know you said yes, absolutely, but I'm not sure if that's just about like between like the last thing I said about like, you know, helping each other, not knowing how to help each other, or if this has to do with the business. He had shifted careers, but also, yes, his own mechanics business. Okay. So he's talking about that. And he's using that as a way to remind you that not everything is actually a failure. Sometimes it's just a repositioning in life. Not everything is a failure. Sometimes it's just a repositioning. So remember that. Sometimes things that feel like they're not working out, or they feel like they're not coming to fruition, or it's not going the way that you want, is really just a repositioning. So he just wants to give some advice in that space, okay? So he is okay. He's safe and at peace on the other side. I am going to leave you with his love. And thank you so much for letting me read for you. He just wanted to give a little advice today, a hug, a hello. I'm doing okay. I just want you to know I'm with you. Okay. So I will leave you with his love. And thank you so much for letting me read for you, honey. I really appreciate it. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Oh, thank you so much, Jesse. I appreciate it. Okay. All right, so this is all spirit led, you guys. If I'm bringing through information for your loved one and you understand everything I am saying about your loved one, you are going to put 100 in the chat. That's going to let me know you understand every single thing I'm saying. Please make sure that we don't put square pegs into round holes and we're changing information. If it's like, oh, it's just a little different, or oh, it's different, but I can take these 3 things, but not the last 2. You definitely want to be able to understand the majority of everything that I am saying as I'm bringing through. If so, you will put 100 in the comments and I will start to work with you, okay? All right, so let's see here. I have a woman stepping forward and she's singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. She is singing it Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And she is so weird. She's all over the place. I heard the name Jonathan out of the corner of my ear. It feels like it's all over. So I'm going to set the Jonathan aside for a second. I want to go back to what she was saying. This woman is singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. She's making me feel like she would like love the Wizard of Oz, or she would always sing that song. I also feel like there might be some sort of, this is crazy. It sounds like it's coming from a music box a little bit. So I'm wondering if she also left behind a music box that you would have of hers. She does make me feel like she must have been older when she passed away. And I do feel like she's talking to me about like congestive heart failure or just like clogging of heart stuff that would have ended up causing her passing. I feel like things are getting kind of just clogged up slowly, and then she passes from these complications. So Jenna, you understand 100% of everything I'm saying, including the heart stuff? Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Thank you for letting me fill in for Rachel tonight. She will be back next week on Wednesday. She's just a little under the weather, guys. So thank you for letting me fill in. Okay. So Jenna, you understand everything I'm saying, sweetie? Remember, only 98 to 100% if you can understand 98 to 100. If you can't, you don't have to put it in the chat. Just take it as a postcard, okay? Yes. Okay, wonderful. So you have her music box. Is that correct, Jenna? Because I know it's with the female in the family. She also talks to me about, she is literally showing me the old style screwback earrings, and she's showing me daisies. So I know that she's talking to me about earrings being important that wouldn't be like actual pierced earrings that she would have had. They would have been clipbacks or screwback earrings. And then all of a sudden she shows me this daisy. It looks like a beautiful daisy. So I don't know if one of the earrings looked like daisies or if she's giving me 2 pieces of information in one, like she was loved daisies. Okay. So just keep putting 100 if you still want to understand everything I've said, everything, okay? My cousin might be sending me a postcard that was played at her funeral, and I just seen her name in the chat. That is a postcard. There are no accidents, Amanda. No accidents at all, sweetheart. It's all love. It's all spirit. She loved daisies. Okay, do you understand these earrings that she would have kept in a jewelry box that wouldn't have been necessarily pierced earrings? They would have been like clip-ons or screwback earrings as well. She's talking about those. Okay. Is this Christy saying 100%? So you understand every single thing I've said. Jenna, just let me know if you still understand that. Christy, if you're understanding, you need to understand everything. Her singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow, you would have her music box. She's talking to me about passing when she's older from a heart issue where it's like clogged up hearts, or congestive heart failure where it's just like the heart's slowly getting clogged up until she would have passed from it. She is talking to me about the screwback or the clapback earrings, the clip-ons, and the daisies. You need to understand every single thing. Okay? Not the screwbacks. Lily, I'm seeing you 100 now that I've said quite a few things. And so, Christy, you understand that. Now, which one of you three who are understanding the information understand the name Jonathan connected to her as well? Please make sure you guys are not putting square pegs into round holes. Please, please. Or changing a piece of evidence and then just taking the rest. Okay. Who's Jonathan, Christy? Jenna, a grandson. Okay, so Jenna, you understand everything. You're just not sure about the screwbacks. You don't remember the screwback earrings. Christy, how do you understand Jonathan? Her son is Jonathan. Lily, you understand that? Okay. So I might have a triple piggyback, which is really odd. It does happen, but I want to make sure every single person understands everything that I am saying, who is understanding, saying they understand 100%. Okay? Okay. Okay. Yes, Jenna. Okay. My dad. Okay. So your dad, Jenna, her son is Jonathan, and then someone understood it as the grandson. Okay. Let's keep moving forward. Okay. She's talking to me about the fact that I feel like she would have stayed in her home until she passed away. She makes me feel like she would have stayed in her home until she passed away. She wouldn't have been in an assisted living home. She would not have been in like a nursing home. She would have been in her home until she either went into the hospital and then shortly passed away, or passed away in her home, because she says she got to stay at home up until the very end, is what she's saying. And she was so grateful for that. Grateful for that. Okay. Yeah, it's weird, right? How it's all a different generation. It's kind of interesting. So you still need to be able to take all of that plus the last thing I said, guys. So Lily, Jenna, and Christy, let me know if it's still 100%, okay? Okay, Jenna, what can you not take? She came home from a nursing home and passed away a month later, okay? I don't know if that's what I'm feeling. She is talking about being so glad that she got to be at home. This is really important, okay? Getting to be at home. So Lily, this may be about her coming back home, because what she was showing me was like, I'm home. I love being home. I love it. So I didn't feel like she would have, been spending a lot of time in a nursing home and then passed away, or assisted living and then passed away. It didn't feel like that. She's talking about home. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 And then Jonathan is her son. Is that correct, Lily? Okay, she was in the nursing home and then died in the hospital. Okay, Jenna, that doesn't feel quite right to me. So this is still a piggyback. It just means that it may be shifting towards the end of the reading to go for Lily, okay? This was so special for her. She loved to be there. Okay. Okay. I do feel like I want to talk about her having a son in the on the other side with her. So she has a son on the other side with her. This could be her son. This could be a son-in-law, but she says, I have the son on the other side with me. He's standing right here. And I feel like he would have passed away from health-related issues that he either wasn't paying attention to, ignoring, or that people weren't aware that he really had. So I feel like he would have passed away younger than he should have been. He is on the other side with her, son figure. Yes, he is. Okay, he is on the other side. Okay, and Jenna, you understand that as well? Okay. There was talk about her house staying in the family, but I feel like it didn't. She says that there was this talk about her house staying in the family, but I feel like it needed to end up being sold. And that took a lot to let it go, because it was originally going to stay in the family and there was talk about doing that. Okay. There's something about this idea of like having to let go of the home or the house, having to let go of the home or the house. And I'm wondering if this would have happened before she even passed away. This could also just be a property. It might not be her house, but it could be a property that she owned, or property of the family that was in her name. This is interesting because I feel like I want to talk about this. This is an interesting piece. Okay. So I do feel like she's talking about like the bittersweet idea of losing this piece of property or losing this space that felt really, really important. I feel like the Christmases, the Thanksgivings, all of the things that happen in this space for such a long time. And so it was really, really, really hard to get rid of this property. And I feel like she wants to talk about being able to let that go because it's just stuff. She says it's just stuff. The memories are in your heart and you can take those anywhere you go with you. You can take them anywhere you go with you. So she's like really trying to remind you that it's important to remember that memories go with you, not the stuff. Okay. Memories, not the stuff. Okay. All right. So she's giving daisies to say goodbye. She wants to hand over the daisies, bucket of daisies. But she wants to let everybody know that she's safe and at peace, and she's got her wind chime on the other side with her. Boy, is it annoying. Her wind chime is loud. But she's got her wind chime on the other side with her. Always think of her when you have the wind chimes, okay? So it makes sense. There was a death of a young son in the family, but the house is with her son, Jonathan. Okay. All right. So I am going to leave you guys with that message. Whoever can take it from the piggyback, please take that. Sorry, I wasn't able to really split up that piggyback the way that I would have liked to, but we only have so much time. So whoever needs to take from that what they need to that message is what is being given. Okay. All right. So I believe I can make one more connection, but let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. Who do we have? Ooh, I have a husband coming through. He makes me feel like he would have passed away quick. It's quick. It's like this. He tells me it was so fast that he wants to make sure that people know that they couldn't have saved him even if they tried. I feel like it's like this. And he is telling me, I feel like this has to do with something wrong in the body that people weren't aware of at the time. He is talking to me about the fact that he is dancing in the kitchen with his wife, but he doesn't let everybody know his super softer side. Not everybody gets to see that side of him, but he is dancing in the kitchen with his wife. I hear like a P name, like a Peter or Paul connected to him. Peter, Paul. He could have been religious as well because aren't those apostles, Peter and Paul? He could have been like a pastor or religious, a really religious guy, like Bible, reading out of the Bible, scripture as well. Could have been that. Peter and Paul. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. So who understands this male who would have passed away very quick and unexpected? He wants to make sure everybody knows he would have been gone before they could have done anything to help him. So they don't need to feel guilty about if they would have known, if they could have done something more, because he says I was gone so fast. He talks to me about dancing with his wife in the kitchen, and I hear Peter and Paul. So this could be an actual name, or this could be Bible stuff. Who understands 100% of this? Let me know if anybody understands this. 98. Okay, Tani, what do you not understand? Okay, Shannon, I need you to let me know how much of this you can understand. My husband was Peter. Do you understand everything I said, Margaret? So Shannon, you understand 100%. I need you to tell me 100 if you understand 100. Because if you tell me just one piece, I don't know if that means that's the only piece you can understand or you can understand every single thing I've said. Okay. My godfather is Pete and died of a heart attack. Okay. 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 All right. My godfather is Peter and died of a heart attack. Okay. Okay, so let's keep moving forward. He is talking to me about this is wild. I literally saw a speedboat in the background. So he's making me feel like he likes the boat races, the speedboats, the boat races. This is something that would be significant as well. Dancing in the kitchen as well. Okay, so Tani, you understand the dancing in the kitchen. You understand the name Peter. You understand the heart attack. Okay. Died suddenly, wants them to know no one could have done anything. Dancing with wife. Yes. Very religious. Okay. So Shannon, you understand 100% of this. How do you understand like enjoying the speedboats? Okay, Tawny, he died next to the water. I'm seeing a speedboat. There's something about like speedboat races or something like that. So maybe there was like an area very close to them that would have done like boat races or something like that that people would have enjoyed or gone to during the summer or something. Okay, he would go on the boat with my stepdad. Okay, Tony. Okay. Amanda. Okay. Yes. He wants to talk about dancing in the in the kitchen with his wife because he does tell me that his wife should still be in the living. His wife is still in the living and missing him very much. And he hands her roses. I know that he had a romantic side and he really cherished his wife. That was really important to him. And he talks about handing her roses. I also see the number 8 being significant. So this is either the 8th of a month or the month of August, or the 8th of the month or the month of August being significant. Okay. Him and his brother wanted to sell speedboats and haul them. No way, Shannon. Really? Shannon, I really feel like I'm with you. I really feel like I'm with you. Yes, she is living and she misses him a lot. Yes. He's like misses his wife too. And he's handing her roses. Um, okay. Okay. Um, okay. Shannon, tell me again how you understood the names because he was very religious. Got it. I don't want to get mixed up with what I have going on here. That's wild with the speedboats because he was showing me a speedboat. So that totally makes a lot of sense. Okay. 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 Shannon, do you understand the 8th or do you understand August being significant? I'm going to work with Shannon, okay, guys, because I do feel like she understands the information the way that I am bringing it forward. She understands the speedboats, all of that. Okay. But all of the rest is going to be like a postcard for you, okay, from your loved one. Okay. Okay. That's okay. Shannon, put that number 8 in your back pocket because I just saw the number 8. So this could also be something that is coming up in August that he wants to acknowledge as well. Okay. I do feel like he talks about having a son that follows in his footsteps. The son follows in his footsteps. Do you understand that? So this would be a son, it's either son or son-in-law that does something similar to what he did in life that he wants to acknowledge being really just like blessed about or excited about. Okay. Okay. 2 girls and yes, a farmer's son-in-law. Okay. Perfect. So perfect. So his son-in-law does